$250 million budget. That's how much it was to make this movie. Okay, guys, so I just came back from watching the live action Little Mermaid, right, with Halle Bailey, the star of the movie, the Little Mermaid 2023, and I gotta say, my biggest problem with this movie was, I have to say, the CGI and Sebastian, okay, because Sebastian didn't even sound Jamaican, right? He did not even sound Jamaican. He was just some dude who was trying too hard to put on a Jamaican accent, right? And let me also be clear, I'm not for the blatant pandering. I'm not for the freaking obvious cash grab, because that's what a lot of live action Disney movies nowadays are. They're all just blatant cash grabs. It's not even decent. Like Beauty and the Beast was trash. Lion King, it may have been a box office hit, but it was trash because none of the lions had any facial expressions. Like the Godzilla movies had more facial expressions than the Lion King movie, and Disney is a much more bigger company. Okay, so I'm not for the blatant cash grab. I'm just not. But the story was pretty much the same as it was in the cartoon version of Little Mermaid. The mainly difference is they were trying to be more diverse for my representation and all that BS and all that stuff. But like I said, Halle Bailey, she was actually trying her best in this movie. She was actually trying her best. She could sing. She obviously did. She obviously could act in this movie. But like I said, her role could have been in another movie, like with an actual black Disney princess, right? If you guys know what I'm referring to. King Triton's, his daughters, there was more different people of culture playing his daughters. Like you had another black mermaid of Triton. You had an Asian mermaid of Triton. You had this blonde mermaid of Triton, and I think there was a Pakistan, something like that, mermaid daughter of Triton. And it was just all over the place with this. You could honestly see they were trying to do this whole representation thing in order to try to give people just a quick job or something like that, because you already know you're not going to see these individuals in another Disney movie ever again. So moving on, the plot was the same old. Ariel was collecting items from the human world, from boats. Boats that end up drowning. She ended up going on the boat where Prince Eric was, right? And she ended up seeing how all the humans interacted with their legs. She was seeing how all the people was from the human side, how they was doing things, how they was having fun and all that stuff, which she got intrigued by, right? The plot and stuff remained the same from there. It's a lot of things, some things here that they did change from how the introduction of the original Little Mermaid was. They ended up changing that. They ain't do this whole chorus thing in the beginning of the movie. They ended up changing it to some, here's all the daughters of King Triton except for Ariel. There was no musical piece here in the introduction of the movie. There was none of that sort. But King Triton, apparently he was out there holding around with a whole bunch of different mermaids. Cause, like I said, you had an Asian mermaid, you had another black mermaid, you had a blonde mermaid, you had a whole bunch of different mermaid daughters of Triton. It's like the guy was obviously sitting around, because ain't no way in hell he wasn't faithful to one woman and not having all these different daughters of different ethnicities. Okay, it's man, the plot is it. Like I said, it was the same. All these other different remakes, the Little Lion King, trash. Beauty and the Beast, trash. Mulan, that was hella trash. Then you got Ursula, right? Yeah, Ursula being played by Melissa McCarthy, right? For a lot of long-time viewers here, I'm not a big fan of Melissa McCarthy. I think she's dry. She does her best to be funny. She's not funny at all. I think she's not really that much of a good actor. But here, when she played Ursula, once again, not a huge fan of Melissa McCarthy, but she was actually pretty good here. Her singing was not really that good. But as far as playing the villain of Ursula, her being King Triton's sister, because that's how it also was in the original movie, in the original story. Just in case y'all didn't know. Melissa McCarthy, her playing Ursula, it's the whole, it's half and half with me. She can't really sing, but she was doing her best to play like this whole evil sea witch and all that stuff. Hey, she wasn't trying to be a comedian here. She was actually trying to be serious here. So that was actually she was actually pretty decent here. Like I said, Haley Bailey, she could sing her ass off. She really could, but she would have been better off in a much more different role. So Prince Eric had more of an on-screen appearance than he did in the original movies. Like I said, the plot pretty much stayed the same. Ariel saved Eric. Eric was looking out over for Ariel. Eric's made a deal. No, I'm sorry. Ariel made a deal with Ursula to get some legs. She had to give away her voice, and she had to do it like a few days. Otherwise, Ursula was going to keep her captive forever. You know, the story stayed the same there. Eric had a huge music piece here that he didn't have in the original, which I would say it was brand new. It was all right. I won't say it was all great. Like I said, Eric, Ariel, they did the whole montage where they was trying to fall in love with each other. Ursula ended up giving Ariel some type of extra spell to make sure like she would forget the deal that she had with Ursula, where she had to get Eric to fall in love with Ariel in like 3 days. Otherwise, she would be Ursula's captive forever. That was something new that they also changed in the live action remake. It's like a whole, they put in dips and dots here to try to make it a much more better story, but some of it failed. Some of it was actually decent. Eric was trying to be much more of a deeper person here, where he had a whole mirage of people, carriages going out looking for the girl who ended up saving his life, which happened to be Ariel, but he just didn't know it was Ariel. So he was out there just looking around. Apparently he has a mom now. He didn't have a mom. His mom didn't show up at all in the original Little Mermaid, who happened to be black. Don't know why that is. His mom was just black. You don't see the dad around. I think the dad died, maybe something like that. Flounder, I don't know what was going on with Flounder. The seagull was played by a woman this time. That one chick that's supposed to be the rapper, the comedian that was in Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's best friend in that movie. I think it was played by her. This, like I said, the story is pretty much just the same. It was obviously a blatant cash grab, but this whole ordeal, like, they put $250 million into this movie, right? Nearly $250 million, and they could not even get the CGI right. Once again, I said it earlier in the video. My main problem was Sebastian, and a whole bunch of the CGI was just flat out not that good. It was not that good. Okay, the actor who plays Sebastian, right? He was trying too hard to sound Jamaican. In the original Little Mermaid, it did not seem like the original voice actor for Sebastian, he was trying too hard. It looks like he actually practiced it in. He actually practiced his Jamaican accent, his Caribbean accent, his Caribbean accent, to try to make it sound like he was actually about the Caribbean and all that stuff. But in this movie, Sebastian was not. The CGI was just flat out terrible for Sebastian. The dude looked like a freaking bulgy-eyed crab, and that's not how they look for real. He was just trying too hard. The CGI was not that great. Once again, Sebastian pretty much just killed this movie for me. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. It was actually pretty decent. I'm just more on for the original ones. Okay, that's just me. Like I said, they pretty much made everything the same. The final battle, so to speak. Ursula told Triton, her brother, that say like, "Yo, your daughter is mine. We had a deal here. You know what I want in order for her to get you back." Then when she ended up getting the Triton, she pretty much just vaporized King Triton. King Triton. She ended up vaporizing him. She went into final battle. Those eels that was in the original, they don't have no voice line here. I don't know why. Because those eels was part of her ambition in the original movie, and they just gave him like a blank face here. Like, they were just there. They didn't even need to be there. Ursula could really did this whole ordeal on their own. She ended up bewitching Eric, and she ended up turning into the skinny. I don't know if she was Asian or what, but she looked kind of Asian. Yeah, and I already hear the backlash from a whole bunch of people from the left that's gonna make a comment about the movie. Like they're gonna be doing that whole fat shaming thing. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. These are, I guess, it's just like you can tell it's a blatant cash grab. But because of nostalgia bait, you already know a lot of people are gonna want to see this movie. Okay, you know you had the whole ordeal of people that say they didn't see themselves as Ariel before, but now that she's black, all of a sudden they can now see themselves. They can see themselves in a mermaid. Again, stupid, because there are original stories of actual African mermaids. They just don't know about it because they ain't actually doing any thorough research on it. So instead, they getting the best thing the best thing they can when pertaining to a movie. Even though Hollywood doesn't actually care about us as individuals, Hollywood only sees us as a person, as money. That's all they see us. Like they can care less about representation. They can care less about individuals. It's all about the bread. It's all about profit. They don't actually care about us as individuals. But you had some people there who are black, who are ready to jump up at the first chance of representation, pandering as they can. This whole deal, yes, the story was good. Like I said, it could have been done different, or it could have been done as the original. Like, leave the characters as they are. Give, us as a people, original characters, right? And don't just race swap a white character into a black one, because that's literally what they're doing, what they've been doing for the past six or so years with a lot of these remakes. It's an obvious blatant cash grab. It's obvious pandering, and it's obvious like they don't see us as individuals. They only see us as money, right? But you got a lot of people playing kiss ass to this corporation that's called Disney because of what Disney is, or what Disney's supposed to represent, right? This movie, like I said, good at its core, but the whole, like I said, biggest problem was CGI, the blatant pandering. Sebastian really pissed me off in this movie because, like I said, the guy did not really sound Jamaican. There were little Jamaican or Caribbean people in that movie that sounded more Jamaican than Sebastian. They could have had somebody from one of those background roles to play Sebastian. It would have been a lot more better. But no, they want to go with some white dude in California. That's all I got for this one. The Little Mermaid. I would give it a 7 out of 10, right? A 7 out of 10. That's what I would give it. Like I said, they ain't change it. They ain't change Ariel that much, besides the skin color. She's pretty much the same. Curious, happy, but she wanted to learn other things. She met Eric, fell in love. Fortunately, they did not do the whole Yas Queen in this movie, like they did with Mulan. But guys, that's all I got here. That's my review. I don't know how y'all gonna feel about it. You guys, if you're a fan of The Little Mermaid, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are already gonna watch it because of the nostalgia bait. But like I said, I give it a 6 or 7 out of 10. That's what I would give it. But let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below, right? Like the video, comment, subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.